Hello there. I'm rereading through The Silmarillion, and I have some thoughts. So I'm finally gotten to chapter 1, and this was an incredibly short chapter. It's like 9 pages long, but there's a lot of really important stuff that happens in this chapter despite it being so short. For example, like it talks about the creation of the first source of light with the great lamps, and then like the birthing of plants and animals and the world coming to life, basically. And it happens on like 2 pages. And then the very next page is like, oh yeah, and Melkor just destroys everything. Like it's all gone now. Spring of Ardor was marred. He sets up a Tumno, like everything's on fire, mutated or destroyed. And it's just ruined. And like, so it's like 2 pages of beauty followed immediately by like just, it's, oh yeah, and it's all gone now. And I think that's something that I really like about Tolkien's writing, is his ability to choose when to like speed up and slow down his pacing. And this is like a very example of very, very fast pacing of like a lot happening very quickly. But then like it goes straight into like the creation of the trees. And one thing that I had forgotten was that it talks about like how this is also, the creation of the trees is so important because it's also when essentially the count of time began, which is like really interesting. And it speaks to like kind of what I mentioned in the previous, was like they're living in a world where mythology is very real. And like, you know, we have myths of, what is it, like Thor is causes the cycles of waves and stuff because he's drinking the ocean and stuff like that. And obviously that's not real, but like in Middle Earth, that's kind of is real. It's like time started with the trees, and Ulmo is like in charge of the tide and stuff like that. And I don't know, there's a lot of really interesting questions. And speaking of it, this chapter ends with like talking about the gifts that Iluvatar gave his children, and like how mortality was a gift, and like them like humans going to him and the spirits going to him when they pass away, like, and that being a gift. And like that's, I don't know, it's really interesting. I'd love to see more of that in a like, I don't know, I don't know if Amazon or something would ever could ever make something of that, but that would be so interesting to see more of that. Yeah.